My name is Dr. Alia Fonseca, and I'm a family medicine resident at Prevea. If I'm treating younger patients, we can talk about things to keep them healthy. Older patients, we can talk about, lifestyle modifications or different things like that going on in their lives. So I like that, for me, there's really that breadth of sickness and health. I also really like that I can see people when they're not sick, because wellness exams are also part of the scope of practice. My ultimate goal is that when the patient is in front of me and when they leave, they feel seen, they feel heard, they feel listened to, and they feel like I really care about them and accomplishing whatever goals they have. I think going to the doctor can be very overwhelming for people. So I would also hope that people feel calm and at ease talking to me and seeing me. And I think ultimately that's my goal.